have such an incredible opportunity for you tomorrow at the Grand Podcasters Group, who is this incredible group connected to the Grand Connection virtual edu networking community. And we want to invite you to participate in this group. We have a great event planned for you. And it's all about financial literacy and knowing your numbers and how to create that understanding of skills and practical application on how to get a significant ROI with your podcast. And we have 3 leaders that are really taking this group to the next level. And so I'd like to introduce you to Michelle Abraham. And she has an incredible podcasting production company. And Michelle, tell us about what you're going to focus on tomorrow in sharing with the group.
Yeah, tomorrow we want to really talk about how everyone is obsessed with download numbers. But there's a lot of other numbers that you should be looking at to really measure the success of your podcast. So we're actually going to take you into the back end of some podcasts and show you some numbers to be looking at. And also, I'm going to give you 4 or 5 other numbers to be looking at that have nothing to do with download numbers. So I think that's something that I wish I'd known when I first got started in podcasting, but all I knew to look for was downloads. But there's lots of other ways that you can measure the success of your show.
Hear, hear. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Michelle. And we are looking forward to learning all about that. And, Diana Lidstone has an amazing podcast. And Diana, you have taken podcasting on like a storm and have absolutely brilliant segments to your podcast that have so much value. What are you going to be focusing on tomorrow with us?
Well, thank you for that. And thank you, Michelle, for, that we need to focus on, because I'm relatively new in the podcasting field. And I know people out there who are also new in the podcasting field. But why did I start my podcast is because I used to do live, the whole technical stuff, get all these bums in seats at hotels and all that kind of stuff. And I kind of got burnt out from that. The purpose of those live events was what? Was to film my group programs and film my coaching programs. And so the ultimate result of my podcast is for me to get clients. I know it's not something that happens overnight, but that's what for down the road. And I know that there's a lot of things that I need to do and a lot of things that I still need to learn from some other that ROI will happen. But I think it's really important that you know why you want your podcast and what you want your podcast to.
Absolutely. And connecting to your why is what really gives you the inspiration and motivation to set up the whole structure. Because this group, really, if you are an expert podcaster, you can bring your wisdom and expertise and share it with a group. If you are thinking about being a podcaster, you are welcome to learn, to see what it takes to create a successful foundation for your podcast too. Thank you, Diana. And Joe Matz is a business development coach and has his own podcast as well, and very passionate about podcasting. So tell us what you're going to be focusing on.
So I'm going to be focusing on ROI. And ROI is, I think it's kind of a scary thing to a lot of people because of that last I, it's investment. And people are thinking, what do I have to invest? Well, you don't have to invest a lot of money to have your podcast. And we're going to talk about that, also about what you need to have your podcast. But then there's the return. And the return is not always about money. My return, for example, is I want more exposure. I want to be on other people's podcasts. I want to be a guest. So I've got podcasters who are guests on my podcast, and then I'm a guest on their podcast. And that increases my exposure and engagement with the audience. So that's one of the returns that I look at. And I'll tell you about more tomorrow. See you then.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much, Joe. And, these three members of the Grand Connection have come together to serve this group and support you in creating and leveling up your podcast. If you're just beginning, or if you're seasoned, you'll be able to come and learn a few new ideas and concepts and techniques. And Susan, we have an amazing opportunity for those people who decide to show up tomorrow, right? Oh, you're on mute.
And we need to tell everybody when this event is. It is tomorrow, August 9th, and it's from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific time. That's 12 to 1 Eastern time, and 5 to 6 over in the UK. And the rest of you got to figure it out, okay? Because there's people from all over the world coming to events at the Grand Connection. And this is one of our Grand Connection groups, which is really exciting. And the Grand Connection has many different types of events. Just go to grandconnection.ca. And we are going to be announcing a collaborative podcasting marketing program tomorrow, which we are very excited about. So members of this group are going to be able to participate in this program, which is going to be able to cross promote each other. We're going to run a full campaign for everybody in the group. And of course, the goal is for all of us in the group to get more visibility for our podcast, get more downloads, get more subscribers, and find more guesting opportunities. So this is a really valuable event to come to if you want to learn about ways to improve the visibility and success of your podcast, which of course has success for your business. And we're just very excited. The Grand Connection is about our three core values: connect, create, and collaborate. And this is one of the many ways we help you succeed in your business through collaboration. And just, you got to just come. If you don't have other plans, come. If you have plans, cancel them. If you're meeting with somebody else, invite them if they have a podcast, because this is what it's all about: getting together on Zoom, learning new things about podcasting, which is what the focus is today. And this theme is on financial responsibility and financial systems that will help you grow your podcast by knowing your numbers. So Carolyn, I'm just going to pass it back to you, and we're going to see you all tomorrow, I hope.
Well, we are. And it takes coming together in a community to learn and support and grow together. So if you're a podcaster out there that just kind of feel isolated or alone, this is a community that we welcome you to join, and it's complimentary. So you can't lose. You can only gain the opportunity of meeting some other great folks who are passionate about podcasting. So we will see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for 1 hour, from 9 till 10 or 12 to 1 Eastern. So thanks so much, and we'll see you there. And thanks to Diana and Joe and Susan and Michelle, who popped off. Thank you.